Alright, so today we're going to be installing a stereo into the adventure van. This is it right here. It's just a cheap Bluetooth car stereo. It comes with four 6.5-inch speakers. I also got the little adapter to go in this guy here, and I got the harness so that I don't have to cut up my original harness, and it'll just be a plug-and-play situation. So we're gonna start off by removing some trim. So we're gonna start with this guy here. Just gonna gently pry because every plastic on this van is old and brittle and can easily break, and I don't want to break anything. There we go. And keep these things intact. Alright, so that's off. Then it looks like we got 1, 2, 3 screws holding that down there. There's some under here, there's one there. We'll take that off. There's another one here, just under this switch here. So let's take that out. There's one under here. To get to this one here, we have to remove this face. So let's get that out of the way.
There's one corner. There's another corner. There we go. Lift from the bottom first. There we go. Alright. So now we can remove this one that comes in under here. Alright. And get this out of the way and disconnected. I guess you gotta take this back part first.
Speaker grill removed. Put that in the back. Alright. Now we can remove these. There's one here. Looks like 2. And 3. Now we can start taking this out. There we go. And the last one on this side. There we go. Unclip this guy. The information center. Put that aside. Okay, now we keep going. We got, let's see, one screw there. 1, 2. Okay, looks like that was it. Alright, now we can just pull this thing back. Lower our steering wheel. You just have to disconnect the plugs back here for these switches. Alright, now this piece comes out. So yeah, you have to unplug 1, 2 connections here, and this one has 3 plugs. that need to be disconnected. So that's a 3 on the left side, that's a 2 on the right side, and then this thing can come away. Alright, now the actual stereo has 1, 2 10 millimeters. I'll take those out. And then it just slides up. Alright, so it looks like it goes just there. Everything lines up, so it must fit, right? The adapter even comes with a third hole. It even comes with a third hole to get a third screw in there. I just use one of these. This is just plastic, so I had to tap through. I can do that. Then start it. Alright, this go. Now it's not floppy anymore. Cool. Alright, so I got my adapter harness, my harness for my stereo. I got some shrink tubing, and I got my soldering iron there. Put one on this side and one on this side. I'm gonna wrap these up like so. Alright. Then we'll like put the shrink tubing over it. Alright, now that got my sleeve of shrink wrap, I use some heat to melt it a little bit and shrink it. Cool that down a little bit. Then roll over my second sleeve. And now we have 2 pieces of shrink tubing. There we go. That should be plenty thick to protect it. I'll just do that for the rest of the wires, match the color, and this makes it extremely simple to install a stereo if you get the adapter harness and stuff. Alright, now I got my harness all connected, soldered, and heat shrunk, so that makes for a very neat connection. My harness all made, we can actually just go ahead and plug it in, and it turns this job into a plug and play situation, which is awesome. One thing to note is that the ground for this stereo was not connected to the main harness. It was connected to this pigtail that connects to this chassis and stuff. So we're just gonna connect that back there and then hook it up to this guy, I think, and that should make it work. What I'm going to do is just take this, cut it here, so I'm doing a little bit of modification to this harness. It's not really plug and play now, but again, I am doing the modification to the actual adapter harness and not to the original line, so I still feel better about that. And then let me just get this wrapped here. Alright, the original pigtail goes there, and I'll just find a nut to connect it there. Tighten this. Alright, that's tight. Alright, that's connected. Turn the key. So we have power. Yep, there it is. That goes through there like that. All these wires come through here. Make sure all these wires are coming in through here. Alright, sweet. Alright, and then you just simply push in these tabs like that. And that secures this little frame thing. And then same thing here. Here. That's what all these little tabs are for. You bend them down and then they lock it in place. Let's plug the antenna back in and then we can push all these wires back through. Antenna's pushed in. Alright, just clicks into place like that. Now, for the speakers. So my stubby screwdriver doesn't fit in here because of this windshield, right? So here's a neat little tool I have. It's like a little ratchet for bits. I got this a long time ago. I rarely get the opportunity to use it, but when I come across things like this, it's like I have the perfect tool. And that is awesome. And that is why I buy random stuff when I go to the auto parts store. Alright, let's get this taken off. Alright, so for this speaker, it's just going to take a little trimming because the original ones look like they're a 6-inch speaker and mine are a 6.5. But that's okay because there's just a little bit of plastic here that needs to be trimmed. Pretty secure. Alright, let's do the other side. I'll do that one. Alright, I'll start by taking off the screw. My little ratcheting guy. I love this thing. And these are the original speakers. Which it sucks that they don't work anymore. Let me get this trimmed up around here a little bit so that my speaker sits in there better, and then I'll catch up with you in a little bit. Alright, so you probably can't see this on the video, but this is a purple with a red stripe. So I'm gonna put that into my negative side. This is a solid color one. I'm gonna put this on my positive side. There we go. Let's put this back in here. Alright, now both speakers are in, right and left side. I can start putting my trim back together. So I'm going to start with this guy here. Get everything connected. We already did our sound check, so we know that we know that the speakers are working correctly. Won't go through this in too much detail. I mean, it's just putting everything back that you took off. There we go. Looks like that adapter covers up the hole and everything, so it's not too bad. Looks pretty neat. Alright, now that this part is in and these screws are put in, we put in our information sensor. That, and we line it up. There we go. Press it in. Put that there. Alright, now there's 3 screws back here. Alright. And then there's a 3rd one over here. Alright. Then there's 1, 2, 3 here. Put this piece back in. And this one lines in to the back of that. There's some clips behind it that line it up. Then you sink it in, press it down, and get those clips. And it looks like those tweeters aren't touching the ground, so they got the clearance they need. And this is gonna fit in there like it's supposed to, even though those speakers are a little bit taller than the original ones, so that's good. Alright, so that's all clipped on. I got our last little trim piece here. Get that in there. Alright. That's in there. For this guy, get this light bulb back in there. Alright. And these just clip in. There we go. Just like that. Looks like everything is back together. Alright, so that's it for today. We put all our trim back, our dashboard's back together. We got working speakers in the dash. I think there's only 1 working speaker in the back, so I'm going to replace that. And I have speakers in the doors. So I got 2 more of these 6.5s. I think those are going to go in the doors. And then in the back, I'll check to see what size speakers are back there, and then I'll replace those. But for today, at least we got the radio installed, and I got some working speakers now in the front, so this is taken care of. Alright, thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.